All right, let's jump into it. What's up, y'all? Mr. Still coming at you live again. As always, this is not legal advice or financial advice. And today, what I want to talk about is priming yourself for opportunities. And I'll give you an example, but I think that a lot of people right now are not doing this. They are not preparing as if an opportunity is going to show up, and it just might. So, are you ready for that thing you want, that job you want, that higher paying job? The change in industry. Starting your own company. An investor showing up to fund your idea. Are you ready for those things? Have you prepared? Because if you haven't, you're gonna lose out if that opportunity were to fall in your lap today. And I think most people have some idea of what they want. And if you if you got the opportunity presented to you right now, would you be ready? Would you have the preparedness, the ability to communicate, you know, to understand that I need to show how ambitious I am, that I have a plan, that this is what I want, I'm ready, that I have put time and energy. Most people are not willing to put forth the time and energy that it takes ahead of time to capitalize on an opportunity. So I'll give you an example. So obviously I'm in real estate. It's one of the things I do. And right now I have a really good friend and client. He's a custom home builder. And several months ago, he came to me and he said, "Hey, I think I have a really good opportunity." And sorry, someone's calling me. And so this is a really big deal for me. This is a pretty good deal. It's a $2 million home. He's building a custom home for these clients, and their home that they have for sale is in University Park in Dallas, which is right next to Highland Park. It's a really high end area, very nice homes, very expensive, and yeah, homes valued close to or around 2 million, 1.9 give or take. And so these are not my clients yet. I haven't even met them yet. There's been a ton of work already done though, so that I can prepare myself. So I've talked to my friend in the builder several times. I've asked lots of questions. I've run numbers multiple times. When he first brought this opportunity up, I immediately ran numbers. I did the work of, doing kind of a cumulative market analysis to get an idea of what I thought this property was worth, give him my 2 cents. It's been several months. I've already done that again. And we had an opportunity to meet and it got rained out. And so, without even any guarantee, these are not my clients. In real estate, you don't have anything until you get an agreement, a listing agreement, a buyer's agreement. And so, we've already talked about commission a little bit on what I'd be willing to do, as well as I did a full CMA cumulative market analysis. It's dozens of pages of, comps, the area, photos, comparison properties, and I went to my buddy who owns a law firm and put it all together real nice in a professional binder, the little plastic ones where you have to like have all the special like and all of that, right? Like I have put in some work into this deal already, because if I get a call from my friend and he says, "Hey, can you meet today?" They're ready to meet you. I am going to be ready. That pamphlet, that binder I've made, that is in my book bag in my car. I have a change of clothes in my car, like in case I am out and about. Like I am ready. I'm primed for this opportunity. I mean, and it's again, it's not just like millions of dollars or anything, but the way commission works is it's typically somewhere between 3 and 1%. If you're dealing with a $2 million deal as a real estate agent, you can make somewhere around 60 to on the high end $60,000, on the low end $20,000. That ain't nothing. That's money. That's good money. And so it's a good deal. It's a good opportunity. And I might not get it. I've already done all of this work for something I may not get, but I am damn prepared. I'm primed for the opportunity. If my friend calls me and he says, "Hey, they're ready to meet you today. Do you have a second? Can you meet at the site? Can you meet at a coffee shop?" Right? Wherever. I'm ready. I'm dropping what I'm doing and I'm meeting these people because it's a good opportunity for me. And I just don't see this in a lot of people. I don't see, especially younger people, the ambition, the drive. You need to figure out how to tap into that and be prepared to be able to prime yourself to capitalize on an opportunity. I'm such a relationship person. I get so aggravated, like this trendy, oh, I don't like people. People annoy me. I'm an introvert, right? Like, ugh, people. Like, it's so annoying, this trendy, I don't like people nonsense. We are relationship based beings. Your entire your entire ability to succeed in life is contingent on your ability to work with others, your ability to cultivate relationships, to be valuable to others. Like the market, right? The market is literally like, how can you help other people? You get paid based on the scale of the problems you solve. You need to learn to help people, love people, invest in people, be able to communicate the best version of yourself to people, to show them who you are, to be authentic. This is a very underrated ability, skill set, mindset. I just think people lack this mindset. I saw this quote the other day, and you've probably seen this before. I've seen this quote before, and I really like it. Because a lot of you are like me. You're not like necessarily like a student. You may not even have a degree. And there's this quote that 80% of A students work for D students. And that quote really hits home for me as someone who left college because I did not feel like I was being given any good value. I did not feel like I was being taught things that were true. I think there was a lot of propaganda. I think there wasn't a lot of value for the amount of money I was taking out in loans. And I was finding myself sick in my stomach. I'm arguing with professors. I'm debating economic theories that I disagree with. And I'm dealing with people who are teaching me business. I was a business major, how to run a company or whatever. And it's like they've never run a company. They don't understand entity creation, LLC, taxes, how taxes work, how to hire people. They don't understand anything about running a business. It's insane. And I couldn't find the value. So the statement 80% of A students work for D students hits home so true, because what that says is the things mainstream education and the societal pressures and standards mold you to think and believe don't correlate to success in the real world, right? If 80% of A students are working for D students, right? Clearly, these D students, it's not what they learned in school that made them business owners and bosses and entrepreneurs. It's something else. There's something else going on there. And one of those things is your relationships, your ability to manage relationships, and being hyper ambitious and primed for those opportunities when they show up and knock at your door, right? If someone said, "Hey, I like you," you're at a party or you're at a bar, you're wherever, right? And they go, "Hey, I was overhearing that conversation. You seem like a go-getter. I really like you. I'd love to talk about bringing you under my company, to see what kind of value you add. Or I really love that idea you had. I have a lot of money and I just, it's burning a hole in my pocket. I would love to invest in a cool idea like what you were talking about. Do you have a plan? You got a business card? Could you tell me more?" Right? Like most people are not prepared. They have some idea and semblance of what they want, but if someone were to show up right now at your doorstep and go, "I like I want to help you get your dream. I want to help you meet your goal. I want to help you make more money. I want to help you get the job you want, the pay you want," right? Like whatever it is the goal is, to work for yourself, to become financially independent, right? Tell me more. Sell me on this. Most of you would not be able to. You're not prepared. And so to wrap it up, yeah, I'm just going to reiterate one more time. Prime yourself for opportunities. Believe these opportunities are going to come your way, because they will. Most people have had opportunities, walk right by them, pass them by, and you were not prepared to capitalize. You had not worked on yourself, your mind, your body, your soul. Like you need to be working on these things so that you are ready when that opportunity shows up, because it will. You have to believe it will. It's going to, right? You need to be physically taking care of you, spiritually taking care of yourself, meditating, praying, focusing on finding that inner peace and confidence and rooting in where your value comes from, right? Because that will emanate off you, right? People can tell when you're spiritually sound and your soul is at peace, and you have like this level of confidence, and you're not over ego, but you're also not a bitch, right? It's like people can sense those things. Your mind, right? Being able to communicate, being fresh, having those ideas at the top of your mind, and being prepared to have those high level conversations, being high energy, motivated, taking care of yourself, getting enough sleep, working out, going for runs, eating right. These are priming yourself for opportunity. If you're not ready, you are going to have a amazing opportunity show up one day, and you're going to miss it. You're not going to be able to get it. They're going to go, "Oh wow, I thought you were someone else. Sorry. I was mistaken. I thought you were someone else." Yeah. I was ready. The idea I had of who you were, that glimmer I saw at that meeting or at that restaurant, you seemed so full of energy. You seemed like you had an amazing idea. You seemed like you were so creative. You might be such a powerful artist. I wanted to hear more. I wanted to know what motivates you, what drives you, what your dreams are, where your passions come from. And you weren't ready. You weren't primed for that opportunity. So think about that, y'all. Think about that. Prime yourself, work on yourself, stay the course. And until next time, I wish you the best. I hope you have a blessed week, and nothing but positive energy coming from over here. Stay true, and I hope to catch you in the next one. If you made it to the end, I really do appreciate you sticking around. Please like and subscribe. I really want to grow this channel. I want to continue making content and honing this content to help y'all, to entertain you. And I'm just going to kind of start going all over the place. You never know what the next episode's going to be like. My goal is to just grow, help, entertain, add value. So thanks again for sticking in. I am Mr. Still as always, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.